Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting Minecraft discussion in the woods way back here. Looks like it might rain, so I might have to duck under like a tree or something, I don't know. Anyway, my name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am really excited to talk with you today about use your value. Use your value. And I'm talking about service. And before you hang up on me, which is totally fine if this isn't your shtick, I'm not talking about religion, although the major religions out there do talk about being of service. We're going to talk about the practicality of it. And here's the thing, you know, we can be very, very focused on ourselves, even if it's under the guise of, or really is about self-improvement. You know, the bookstores are loaded with self-help sections, right? There's just like stacks and stacks of books on, you know, rows and rows of shelves for self-help, and that's all good. But you know, is there a section in bookstores for helping others? I haven't seen one, and it seems to me that this is the whole point that we're here. You know, regardless of what your role is in life, you know, teacher, doctor, lawyer, yoga instructor, barista, whatever it is, no matter what it is, like we've been talking about bringing success with you, we can bring service to anything we do. And I think this is really important. And for me, I actually did this on the way in, because just like I say with my students, I don't ask them to do anything, you know, like the strategies we do in class and things that I'm not all, you know, working on myself. I'm I say walk the talk, talk the walk, walk the talk. There we go. Walk the talk. I definitely am a walk the talk person. And on the way in here, I was thinking to myself right on the trail, you know, if I were to check out and go to my great reward, as my grandmother would say, go to your great reward, what would I want it to say on my, you know, memorial stone? Not that I'll be buried because I'm too claustrophobic, but whatever kind of stone, or just pretend, what I wanted to say, oh, she got that promotion. She wrote those books. She wrote those Psychology Today articles. She did a TED Talk. Like, who cares in the big scheme of things? I mean, I care now because hopefully this is reaching people, right? I care like that, but I don't care as far as boxes checked or, you know, just like a list of accomplishments or something, because in that sense, it doesn't make a difference. It only makes a difference if it makes a difference, right? Kind of thing. So I was still walking. This all came to me 15 minutes ago in the first part of the trail. And I would want, I think, to have on my stone, the world was a better place because I was in it, because Kim was in it. I'm always saying the third person because I'm not into that, just because I'm on the video explaining to you. That third person thing just like such a pet peeve with me. It's such an arrogant, I just don't like it. Anyway, the world was a better place because she was in it. That's it. And it could be for all kinds of little stuff. You know, and again, Mother Teresa said that, you know, we can do no great things, only small things with great love. And I'm thinking of some things that have been said recently because I have seniors graduating, and they've just said the kindest things. And one of the things I would like also on there is that she listened. You know, because I try to listen, and a lot of times you don't know what somebody's backstory is. You might be the only person that's hearing their story because they don't have anybody else, and you may never know that. And so that's kind of what I'm talking about. Not going out and doing big mission work, and that's good too. I'm talking about just day-to-day, regular little stuff. And I think, you know, I've mentioned that this wind here, I know that can be a little annoying. I'm stepping in the trees. Hopefully it'll pass soon. That I say this in the Jeep on the way into Champlain, like, how can I be of service? And inevitably, every single day, it's kind of like I know when that's been answered, because somebody will come by with something, or it might not be deep, it might be helping them carry stuff, who knows? But when I put that out there, it's answered each and every time. It's just wild. And Maya Angelou is another one. These are all just coming to my head. This is like authenticity rolling right through me, because I did not plan this, I promise. Maya Angelou, so I'm paraphrasing all of them, said something too, like if you're not busy learning how to love yourself and other people, which we're talking about in service, she says you're wasting your inertia, right? And inertia, of course, is a word that means the motion of you, the action, the movement of you. Wasting our time on this earth if we're just so focused on the self-help section. How do I lose more weight? How do I stop this? How do I do that? How do I start a business? And that's all good stuff. I don't mean that. It's an add, not subtract situation. You know, maybe think about a helping others section in the bookstore. That's all good stuff, but we can be way too focused on here, and when we are, we get trapped in that. And you know, and Gandhi said too, if you're feeling blue, get out and do something for somebody. When we're trapped in here, it's a lonely, lonely place. And also the universe, God, source, higher power, whatever, rewards us when we do good things for people, even if it's carrying. You see somebody, a gazillion months pregnant, struggling to carry groceries or something, to help them. We get a dopamine fix when we help somebody. So maybe it's the universe's or God's way of helping us to be good to each other. But the service thing, like we are wasting our time on this beautiful planet of ours if we're just trying to check all these accomplishment boxes, without thinking of the listening stuff and then just being present. And another thing I'll wind up with, since I'm talking about like service here, is I took from the rest. I also just thought of this just now. It's how it's like flooding through me, because I was in the restaurant biz for about 8 years with teaching. This is a little while ago now. Like for like 8 years, I bartended, I served and stuff, and it was a learning curve for me. I had to really learn some of those skill sets because it wasn't easy at first. But anyway, one of the things I took as a life lesson, which came straight out of serving tables. Like you'd have like 4 or 5 busy tables at this ski resort, and I was taught, no matter what, the person who is directly in front of you is who's the most important in that moment. If she's the one ordering or he's the one asking for this person, the other 4 tables that want more ketchup and they can all wait, because the person directly in front of you is your number one in that moment. And I've taken that with me as a life lesson. With my students, if even with one of my colleagues is kind of standing there waiting, or it's the reverse, whoever is directly in front of me in that minute, until they are finished with what it is that they're trying to convey to me, I try my very best to have 100% of my attention devoted to that person directly in front of me. The phone can ring, somebody can be waiting outside my door, somebody could have left me a note. None of that overrides the person who's directly in front of me, and I've tried to live by that, and man, is that a good rule. And of course, we all know what it's like to be actively listened to, and I don't know if it's in the top few best feelings that human beings can experience, I think, because it's so validating. It's so validating. And a bunch of my seniors that have, getting ready to leave, obviously, have sent me the nicest emails about this, when you did that, when you did this, when you did that, and I don't remember a part of it. But what's so cool, and somebody important said this, well, we're all important, I don't mean that, somebody well-known said this, which that's different. Something people don't always remember what you did or said even, but they remember how you made them feel. People remember how you made them feel. And the main theme with my seniors that were saying this and that and this, and I did remember some of it, is that they felt validated. They felt listened to. They felt when their parents wanted them to be this major. Some of it was deep, some of it wasn't. Their parents really wanted them to be this major. There's a lot of pressure on them to be a computer major or whatever. And listening to them, that their heart's passion was going in a whole different direction, and validating that was okay. That's just an example. People remember how we make them feel. And if we make them feel seen, heard, and validated, hooray, because the world is a different place because you were in it. If you even touched one life in that way, it was worth the ride. That's it. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from Northern Vermont. Use your value, be of service. Have a mindful day.